also good night. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Woo! I never filmed. Let's see what happened today. It was fucking cold. The furnace just never worked last night, and so I went to sleep in a sweater and leggings and just shivered until I passed out. Oh, and then before that, I stayed up all night. I watched all of what's currently out in English-speaking world of Knights of Sidonia and felt all the feelings. And then after that was done, I called the medical board of Quebec because I needed a specific letter that the consulate website— this is complicated shit, yo. Basically, when you try to get a visa, you need a whole bunch of things. If you guys haven't been watching recently, hello, acne. Distractions. I am distracted all the time. When you go to get a visa, you need a whole bunch of different things. And one of the things that this particular visa I'm trying to get needs is an unspecified letter concerning residents outside the province of Quebec. They didn't give a name to this certain letter or anything more than that. And then going to the medical board's website, they have stuff about if you're going— there's an agreement, I guess, with Quebec and France, and they have stuff about medical insurance if you're going to work there temporarily or you're doing training, and then if you're going on like a scholarship as a student or something, or not even a scholarship, I mean like doing a program as a student, but nothing about just plain traveling and staying for an extended time. I don't know what it is with my anxiety disorder, like going out and talking to people is really nerve-wracking, but generally after I get outside, like after I feel all the terrifying feelings and then walk outside, I tend to be fine. Phone calls, on the other hand, are terrifying, and so on top of that I had to call and it was all in French, which I can speak, but when it's like, you know, you have an anxiety disorder, and on top of that you are not speaking your mother tongue, it's very nerve-wracking. Fortunately, things went really well, and so now I'm having the proper documents sent to me so that I can fill it out and send away, and then when they approve it, they'll send me the letter that I need. All I need to hope for now is that it gets back in time for me to make an appointment, and then have enough time between now and the date that we chose for me to return for the visa to process. That's what happened today. I thought that would be a 30-second clip. Now it's almost 4 minutes. Fuck. I'm gonna go sleep. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Bill, I dropped the internet. Oh, there's another cat there. He's licking the glass and rubbing himself all over his face. Okay, just go play. That's what he does. Him and the other black cat play. Is it fun, Fiddlesticks? Seriously, how are you sitting your butt on that? Yeah, he can. Yeah, he likes to play with it by himself. Good boy. It's gross out there, yo.
Oh, hey guys. Is it Thursday already? Oh, my legs are killing me. So yeah, I didn't film too much early this week because I was under the impression at the time that I was going to have a lot to film later on in the week, but it turns out I was mistaken. The theme of this week for me has been my discovery of audiobooks. I don't think I've ever actually listened to an audiobook. I decided to give it a try. My main thought with that is that it can help me get through chores that I have trouble doing because they don't mentally engage me enough. And lo and behold, it's working quite well. I started on Monday with the first Harry Potter book, and I've just now finished The Prisoner of Azkaban. Yeah, I'm working my way through them. Yeah, and then on Wednesday, I thought I was going to be able to film a bit because I thought there was going to be a bowling party with the folks from Pretty Simple. Turns out that's next week, so that's one of my things that I was going to film down. And then also, I was going to go with my friend from work, Claire, and her boyfriend to the Paris Manga and Sci-Fi Convention on Saturday. And then today, to my absolute dismay, I realized that is the same day that I have an all-day appointment with the immigration office to receive lectures on the values of France, including liberty and fraternity and brainwashing and stuff. So, instead of having fun at an awesome convention and seeing cosplayers and hanging out with friends for, like, the first time ever, I'm going to do that. Even today, there was an unplanned thing I did. Claire invited me to attend her folk dancing class, and I did, and it was lovely, but there was no opportunity to film, so I'm feeling kind of bad that all I'm doing is filming myself in bed like this, so yeah, sorry about that. But yes, as to why my legs are killing me, yesterday I decided to do a bit of a leg workout because I've been trying to work out at home as much as possible, doing things like push-ups and sit-ups, and that's great for exercising my core, but I wasn't really doing anything to exercise my legs apart from walking to and from work, so I stuck on my headphones and listened to an audiobook and just sort of lost track of the time and walked up and down the stairs at work for an hour and a half. My legs were really sore today, and I was planning to put my feet up when I got home, but I got invited to folk dancing, and if I didn't join today, I would have to wait till next month. So there you have it. I don't know if I'll be in a wheelchair tomorrow or not, but I think I might survive.
Hey guys, here's a pro tip for those of you who get ready for bed every evening. Don't get mouthwash in your eye. Extra bonus points if you don't get mouthwash in your eye as a result of super enthusiastic gargling. Cool. Now that we all know how to be cool kids, I figured let's talk while I get ready for bed, and we can multitask. Multitasking is a sign of genius, apparently. I wonder if the person who originally started propagating that ever had vlogging on the mind. Do you guys ever have those moments where you seriously wish you could go back in time and change the way you reacted to something because you know a lot more now? Fun fact, that's what anxiety does to me. It makes me think of all these things that I have absolutely no control over and had no power over at the time they happened. It makes me seriously regret them. Anyway, let's start washing my face. One of the things I was thinking about that I liked... It farted. One of the things that I was thinking about while I was lying awake, freaking out over things, was this one time I was part of this musical society, and it was mostly older people, and we were renting out a space in some high school somewhere to do practices, and it was our break time, and a bunch of us ladies had to use the bathroom, and when I got in there, there was a guy in there with, I guess, his little girl who needed to use the bathroom, and I totally understand not wanting to bring your little kid, especially your little female child, into a public men's washroom, especially a high school men's washroom. While I was in there washing my hands, someone else came in, and one of the older ladies, and started freaking out because there was a man in the bathroom, and she was sort of doing like the whole like passive-aggressive thing, like, oh, do you hear a man in here? And was like talking about him in the third person loudly, like he couldn't hear, going off on him for being in a place that he did not belong. And the only way I could react at the time, because I felt so bad for this guy, was to just go like, shh, really loud. And then I looked like the rude one. Yeah. All I could do, that was like around 5 years ago, but I couldn't even react to them, even though I really sympathized with the poor guy who decided to go into a woman's washroom because his little girl didn't want to go into the men's washroom after school hours in a mostly abandoned high school, and didn't expect anybody to walk in, and then probably had a small heart attack when random 3 ladies came out of nowhere and started yelling at him. I sort of stood by and didn't know what to do because, you know, sometimes older people have a way of making you feel like because you're young, you can't trump their experience, and so what they say goes, and you kind of just have to sort of be like seen and not heard. That was definitely very much the sentiment in that society. I don't get why people freak out, like why they have such a huge issue with different genders being in each other's bathrooms anyway. I mean, there are stalls. Generally, like, we're all pooping and stuff, so we don't want to, like, look at each other anyway. It feels like such a silly thing to get up in arms over. Oh, there's some Kleenex on my face. I felt bad for that guy. What if he was a single dad and there was literally no woman ever that could have taken his kid to the bathroom? Or, you know, it was after hours in his school. Like, there should have been nobody there, according to him. Poor guy. Bad luck. There was another thing. Again, being in a society where everybody's like 40 years older than you, you have a lot of like gaps in the way people think. And there was somebody there who was pregnant, and she was going around one day like after a rehearsal and was talking about how she was nervous, and all of the older women were boosting her confidence and telling her about, you know, yeah, like, it's gonna hurt. There are gonna be a lot of times where you're gonna go, why did I do this? You know, that sort of talk. And because I was just sort of standing there waiting for my dad to pick me up, one of them turned to me and said, what about you? Do you think you're gonna have children? And my answer was, you know, I actually don't know. And she sort of patted me on the shoulder and was like, oh, don't worry, one day you'll give birth and you'll realize that this is the happiest thing to ever happen to you and it'll make everything make sense. And I was like, bitch, why would I be having a kid if I didn't want one? Another time where I wish I could have just gone off on her and been like, what, is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I'm a woman that, like, I have to have a kid? Is it weird that I don't want to? Is it because I'm young and apparently I don't know what I want yet? Apparently my answer is going to be, yeah, absolutely, for sure. Some of the weirdest things you think about. You're lying awake at night, thinking of ways you could have made things better. Waking up everybody in the house. Let's grab all the things and go downstairs. It's just annoying, and I thought I would get it off my chest. It's one of the ways that it makes me feel better whenever I start to go into these moments of self-doubt. Self-doubt? Self-doubt? Self-doubt. Hello, Smash Bros. Music. Do you guys ever have moments like that where you really wish you could just go back in time and show people that you think for yourself once? I was one of those people who thought the best way to get on everybody's good side was to remain as neutral as possible and be like non-offensive and non-committal as possible, but kids, if you really feel strongly about something, and even if everybody else sort of gives you like a weird look or thinks you're out there for believing in something different, you know, unless it's a really douchebag-y ideology, don't give a fuck about them, because your life totally changes after high school and none of that will make sense, and you would rather, when you look back, you'll wish that you were the person you wanted to be and not the person everyone else told you should be. And also, don't look down on dads who are just trying to do whatever they can to make their kids happy and make them comfortable. Single dads are parents too, and they're just as capable as single mothers. Also, don't look down on people who decide not to have kids, especially if they're women, because it's completely possible that somebody might not want to have kids and also has a vagina. That's totally a thing that can happen, and it's a completely legitimate life choice. And you questioning them and you telling them, oh, you'll have kids, and be like, I was missing something. Yeah, that's not going to do anything but make them want to punch you in the face. I'm not saying that I don't know if I want kids or not. That's like a completely personal thing. But like, I just thought I'd say something. And now I feel like I've confessed and done the whole churchy thing where I went to a priest and sat behind a wall and was like, Father, I have sinned. And he was all like, you just say Hail Mary and you'll go to heaven. You murdered someone, whatever. I feel better now. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's play some Smash Bros. First.
Where's Belle? Is Belle hiding on you? Where's Belle?
Go get her.
Hi, Elliot.
Hi.
Where's Belle? Go find Belle. Where is she? Where's Belle? Where's Belle? Who's that?
Uh-oh.
Hey, welcome to a big ruddy git who not only has to get up really early in the morning tomorrow on a Saturday, a weekend, to attend some day-long appointment he really doesn't want to attend, but who also left the address for that appointment at work, and now, even though it's close to midnight, has to go out and get it so that he can actually go to this obligatory thing. Yeah. I'm gonna have a great weekend, you guys. Well, I woke up at the office this morning after all. It's just as well, though. It's easier to get to the appointment from here than it would be from home. On the downside, my body seems to have forgotten how to be warm this morning.
Belle is being an absolute dork. I think she's trying to get my attention. We just cuddled. Were you not done? Hi. What are you doing? Are you being absolutely adorable? In really bad lighting? Yeah, of course you are. Look at your scruffy belly. It's so fluffy. Stop. Oh no. You're so scruffy and fluffy and toughy and jiggly puffy. Don't put me to sleep though. And especially don't draw on my face.
Well, Annie sent me a link, which I'm just checking out now. And apparently Netflix is developing a live-action Legend of Zelda series. Doesn't seem to be too much information here, but seems a little bit odd to me. I know there are some who would be excited for this kind of idea, but I've always kind of felt that one of the things that makes a lot of Nintendo's franchises so good is that they are designed to be games. Even a more story-based Nintendo game like Zelda has a lot of elements that don't really translate into other mediums very well. In particular, the fact that the main character is so incredibly neutral, so that the player can project themselves upon him more easily. That doesn't really work in a TV show, so I'm not saying it couldn't possibly be good. Live action too. Well, at this point, there's like no real information, so I'm not gonna go jumping to any conclusions or freaking out.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is happening? What is going on right now? Is this real life? I am not okay. I am not okay. Where's Clément when I need him? I am freaking out. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What is going on? What is going on? Let's just go down to the floor. Let's just go down to the floor. Let's just oh look, it's Meavers. Let's just... What is my life right now? What is actually happening? Oh god. There are spiders down here. I shouldn't be doing this. What is happening? I don't even know. What is happening? I don't know. I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm going insane right now. I don't know how to feel about this. Guys, help me. But no, seriously guys, I'm scared. This is the worst case scenario. Come on, I've talked about this a lot. Like, it's a live action series. And like, you can screw up, oh my god, I can't breathe. You can screw up the casting a lot worse when you were looking for an actor versus a voice actor. Like, what are we going for? Are they gonna be scouring to the ends of the earth to find someone like they did with Daniel Radcliffe when they were making the Harry Potter movie? Is Zelda gonna do something interesting? Is she gonna pull women's rights back another 20 years? I've read the synopsis and it's all about her getting kidnapped again, so is this going to be bad? Is the guy who's playing Link, is he gonna talk? Is he gonna have a personality? Is he gonna make the excuse me princess joke? Is he gonna be good looking? He really better be good looking. What's going on right now? What is my life? They could screw this up really badly. What is happening? What is happening? I don't know what to do and what to feel, and it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm just being really loud and I'm pacing the fucking basement because I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else to do. I can't go outside. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. My parents are in bed. I can't even go upstairs. I I really need to drink some water, apparently. I don't know. Clément's not answering because he's at this all-day French seminar brainwashing thing. And I don't know. I don't actually really know. I may be smiling, but it's the type of smile where you're showing your teeth because you feel threatened. I don't know. I don't know what to do. They could really fuck us up, you guys. They could really fuck us up. They were all like, oh, it's gonna be the family-friendly Game of Thrones. I don't know what to do. I don't. There's a chair. I'm tripping over it. Like, God. No one's around me. I have no. Oh my God. What are they gonna do to you? I'm not gonna let them hurt you. I feel better now. I'm gonna go hug the cat. I have a problem.
So, my brainwashing yesterday didn't go as badly as expected. Excuse me. Basically, what happened was I went there and realized that at my last immigration appointment, they lied straight to my face about everything that I would need to know for going into this. The biggest thing of which was that they said I would need to be perfectly fluent, so I was really freaking out because I'm definitely not perfectly fluent at this point. If by perfectly fluent they meant that they would be providing a translator and you didn't even need to speak a word of French, then yeah, I guess they had a point. Anyway, the appointment was easy enough. All hail France. Yeah, it was irritating because I had to get out of bed, which, by the way, I actually did end up falling asleep at the office. Not 100% intentionally, but that happened. Had to get up really early, and it sucked getting up earlier on a Saturday than I normally do on a weekday. I trekked across the city and got there and stood for 15 minutes outside in the cold before they opened the doors, even though they told me to get there early. And then it was basically just a day of me listening to them talking about France's liberty and fraternity. Their biggest point was that when you come to France, you adopt the French attitude, and if you don't, then that's too bad for you. I guess that's what I gotta do now. I'd say that the only reason I'm really feeling bitter about yesterday is because I did actually end up completely missing the Paris Manga and Sci-Fi Convention, which I had been hoping to attend. My friend Claire invited me, but by the time I got out, they had stopped letting people in the doors, and she and her group were ready to leave already anyway, so yeah, I've got a cough. But apart from that, it's been a good weekend, and I've been thoroughly enjoying audiobooks. I can't believe I never discovered them up until now. You can tell I'm enjoying it because I've read over 4 of the Harry Potter books in 1 week, and by read, I mean I had the 4 books read to me by Stephen Fry, who has a lovely voice. Rip. By the way, I wanted to give a big old welcome to our 2 latest subscribers, Callum Monroe and I Love Tay Swift 1. So hi, welcome. It's good to have you around. Anyway, I'm about to get shutting down for the night. Shutting down. My enunciation is great. I didn't actually get any work done on Tom and Pogo Stick this week. I decided to take a break, which I think was much needed, but I'm looking forward to getting back to it tomorrow in the evening. I think that's about it from me. As you can probably tell, I'm a little harried today. That's not meant to be a Harry Potter pun, but I guess I am Harry Pottered as well. But yes, I've been through a lot this week. I've been very busy every day, so I'm gonna go sleep now.
Whoop. It's Stop Not. You can't tell me what to do, Wes. Anyway, I have recovered. Look, it's Finn. I have recovered. I'm fine. In case anybody was worried. I'm sure you weren't. But I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Realizing how stupid that whole thing was. After massively freaking out, I texted Clément, and he didn't get back to me for 17 hours almost, and it turned out that he was so exhausted from whatever he did on Saturday that he just passed out and totally didn't get to call me before he did. And so that's what happened yesterday. There was this hilarious moment where I thought he was dead. And now we're here. It's okay though. I figured it was something like that. He just forgot to like charge his phone or something. While I was waiting for him to respond, I decided to watch the rest of Sailor Moon Crystal, and I feel really bad because I don't know if they have Crunchyroll in France. I don't know if Clément's been able to watch it. So I felt kind of bad, but I also don't regret it at all because they've gotten so much more badass. I love Isagi in this version. I love her. They got, like, you can still tell that she's, like, a bit of a crybaby, and she has, like, her like, character flaws, but, like, I can't snap my fingers. She stepped up, is what I meant to say. And I'm not talking about the movie franchise. I'm talking about she got a little badass between now and 1990 or whenever it was. So that was cool, and then I finished that because I only had like one more episode to watch on Saturday, and I was like, what the f do I do with my life now? So I started Attack on Titan finally. Yeah, I know, I'm slow to things. So I started that, and now my life is ruined. That show ruins your life. Yep, it's fucking brutal. But I love it, and I don't even know why. Well, obviously it's incredibly good. It's a very, very, very well done show, and I haven't read the manga, so every 5 seconds something happens and I'm like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what's happening, what the fuck? So it's an awesome show. I'm gonna hate censoring that. Anyway, I've been talking way too much this week. This video is probably gonna be like 20 minutes long. I love you guys. Also, I'll be back on the camera next week. I don't know, my camera needs to be charged and I can't find my charger, so I've been on the phone all week. You guys have probably noticed. I'm gonna go back into the hell that is, I cannot, I tried to say the name of the town or the human territory from Attack on Titan, and clearly my body rejected it because I almost threw up in my mouth there. TMI? Very. Alright guys, on that note, I love you. Good night.